Good afternoon. Welcome to the Midday Mull for Saturday, the 24th of September. Robert Murray McShane has us reading Ezekiel 27 today, a lament for Tyre. And it starts off looking at how great Tyre is. You say, O Tyre, I am perfect in beauty. Your domain was on the high sea. Your builders brought your beauty to perfection. And then it goes and lists everything that Tyre was doing and the nations that traded with Tyre and all the good things about Tyre, the great wealth it had, the splendor that was part of the city-state. And it was spectacular. And people came from all over the world and everybody traded with Tyre. And it seemed as though they were perfect. They had everything that they needed. And then in the image, they described as a ship which is caught in a storm and ultimately sinks. And the chapter ends with, all of you who live in the coastlands are appalled at you. Their kings shudder with horror, and their faces are distorted with fear. The merchants among the nations hiss at you. You have come to a horrible end and will be no more. And despite all the glory, despite all the power, despite everything that they had, despite the assumption that that would go on forever, it ended and came to nothing. And I sometimes wonder, as I read things like that, if that isn't quite a good description of so much of the West today. We're perfect. We've got it all right. We've got our laws. We've got our economic system. We've got all this trading. And there's increasing wealth. There's a whole lot of poverty, but we'll overlook that. We don't look at things like our environmental footprint terribly much, but there's a brash confidence. What other way can there possibly be than the way we do things? And I just wonder if God's judgment, the same as the judgment that came upon Egypt, the same that came upon Assyria, the same that came upon Babylon, the same that came upon the Macedonian and the Greek Empire, the same that came upon the Roman Empire, the same that came upon the Holy Roman Empire. We've seen the great British Empire rise and fall. Nothing lasts. No matter how great it is, no matter how fantastic people think it is, no matter how well it sells itself, God ultimately brings all those human empires to an end. Our only security is God. So we need to hang on to that. Recognize we live in a changing world, and what might seem permanent today is not actually permanent. The only thing of permanence is what we cannot see, which is the hope we have in Christ. So hang on to that. Enjoy what there is around. Live well. Live generously. Try and make the world a better place. But recognize it's not about the world, because like with Tyre, everything will come to its end and will be no more, except for God's kingdom. Be blessed.